Just let it go low, slack. If you let it go slack, mate, and then I can walk it. There you go. Good lad, well done. And that's how to net. It's a beautiful hound. Don't try and pull him up the wall. Firstly, probably smash your hook length up and hurt the fish, but look, there you go. Anyway, I'll get this fish back, but that's a nice hound on the mighty Bristol Channel. How you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Watch It here in Somerset. As you know by now, if you've watched my videos for a while, we've been out on this beautiful pier and I've caught a few fish. I've come out and done 2 sessions. Did we get fish? I think I might have blanked one actually, and I think I may even have just caught a dogfish. So actually, I've not done too well, but it's a few months on and there's a few smooth hounds around. It's a really small tide, which I kind of like for this area, and we've definitely got a chance. So my name's Wayne, this is Watch It. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks again for joining me, it's a privilege, and let's see if I can catch us a few fish. As you can see, it's absolutely stunning today. To be fair, I've not actually travelled down here to fish. I popped in to see Steve at West Coast Angling, or Watch It in West Coast, to grab some crab. So the next 4 days I'm fishing competition down in Portsmouth, the Sea Angling Classic. The comp's only 2 days, but we've got 2 practice days. So we're out fishing and we're going to give it a go. Obviously when I'm fishing a comp, for one, I find it hard to film. I pretty much won't be able to in the actual competition. And 2, we've got BT Sports on our boat because we're on the main brand new extreme boat from New Zealand, and I'm very lucky. My boat, you will see Stu Jones again, Scott Rennie and Dave Wilson, who's our skipper, and we're going to be out mixing it up against the best anglers in the country down in Gunwharf Keys in Portsmouth, hopefully getting into some taupe, hounds, bream. But like I said, I'm not going to be able to film the main thing, or I can't film the whole lot because I'm going to be fishing my nuts off for the 50 grand prize. Cha-ching! And if I win that, then we can go out and do lots more stuff. But I will film the practice days. So this week's going to be a little bit up and down with videos. You know how it goes. When my life gets in the way, or I'm doing shows, or I'm fishing comps, I can't get out as much as I would like to. But I've popped down to see Steve to pick up some bait. And when I got down there, I looked at it out here. It just happens to be 3 hours before high, which is perfect for this area. Back to today, obviously I'm down here on the Bristol Channel. It's a small tide, I think it's 9.4. For a lot of you, that's a very big tide, but for the Bristol Channel, that's quite small. But the sun's shining, I've got the bait, I've got the willpower, we've got some rods, we've got my competition naggers, got my Fathom 15s, you know this by now. So the aim today is to catch a few smooth hounds. I know I've done that quite a lot recently on the video, and I'm definitely not moaning, but the Bristol Channel, you can get some really good ones. Lately, the ones I've been catching, especially the ones off Chesil, were like baby sharks, not that song again, but they were little ones. Here, we've got a chance of a double easily today. And my last 2 videos I filmed right out by the point, but there's someone out there, right out by the lighthouse. You're not really allowed to fish right on the end, and you definitely can't cast across the mouth, for obvious reasons, but people still do. But I'm at what they call the steps end. The first video I done here, everyone was like, you should be at the step end. That's where the better fishing is. There's a little bit of a reef structure out there, as you can see. The water's actually just covered it now, and the birds are just feeding. But there's a reef. See the different colour in the water? It's more chocolatey here. Got a little finger of rocks going out. And I'm going to be fishing just in that area there. I'm not cracking it. I don't need to smack it very far on this wall. Most of the fish come in 30, 40 yards. It's absolutely roasting. I've got my sun cream on, but it's hot, everyone. First bait going out, frozen prawns. I've got a few peelers, but they're only frozen. But as the conditions have been so hot for probably 3 weeks now, it's hard to get fresh crab. So I've come down to get some frozen from Steve, as he had plenty in the freezer. So as you can see, I've nipped the head off and I've nipped the tail to stop the bait spinning. As I've mentioned already, I don't really need to cast a million miles today, but I like to present a good bait. If it spins up in the air, 9 times out of 10, it can tangle up and it won't release properly. Sorry, I've just got my seat box on my hook length. I am cooking. So it's 12:30 now, so in an hour or so it's going to be the hottest time in the day, and there's not really any wind. How are you? This is my opportunity to just ask you how you are, and obviously I hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking out for yourself. As I said, this week I've got this competition. I've done it 2 times before, and last year I came 10th with my partner Scott Rennie. But hopefully this year we've pretty much got the best boat in the fleet. You know, some people will be watching this like Smart Fishing. Hello boys. But yeah, our extreme boat is absolutely beautiful, and it's just been built for this competition. I can't wait to show you when we get down on the boat in this video, or not in this video, sorry, in the next video. We'll have plenty of action. It's like a little rocket on water. It's unbelievable. You know, when you're filming yourself and people walk by, they must be like, is he talking to himself? No, I'm talking to you lot at home. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, not bad, man.
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Caught anything?
No, not yet. I hadn't even cast out. I was just saying to people at home, people were walking by going, is that geezer talking to a wall?
Yeah.
Well, I might as well be.
Yeah, they had trust, yeah.
How's it going? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
You out here for a little fish, obviously?
Come down here before work, give it a go, see what happens.
Yeah? A few smooth hounds around?
Yeah, well, hopefully on a day like this, it should be.
Yeah, should be, mate. Yeah, it's a good tide.
Never know.
Anyway, take care, mate.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you. And there you go. I just heard someone say, that's Wayne, he's doing a YouTube video. So there you go, there's someone who watches my videos. It's not just you at home, there's someone else. Anyway, here we go. One frozen Vietnamese prawn ready to go for a shark. Let's get it out there. Just a word of warning. Yet again, when we're fishing the pier, you need to look out for people. 360 awareness, we call that in the military. Don't be swinging leads around, trying to do a super duper, whatever you want to call it. Just, I'll be virtually overhead thumping today. Unless it's completely clear. I've got no one to the right of me, so if I crack off, then I'm not going to kill anyone. But if anyone's walking, I'll just wait until they pass. Just be sort of mindful and respectful of people. People who understand fishing will know. Quite a lot of people walk along here, they won't understand it, and they may not like us, which is a shame. So you just got to look out for what you're doing. Piers like this are really good places to come out and fish, especially for people that are less able and not as mobile. So try not to ruin it. Obviously pick up all your rubbish and just be polite and talk to people. I'll have to talk to everyone today, but it's just like talking to you anyway. Right, let's get this bait in the water, everyone. I'll bring you back. Hopefully we can get some screaming action and get into some of those gummy sharks. And there we are. Move you up. Right. It's absolutely roasting. Let's get some water. Got the ratchets on, ready for those smooth hounds to rip off. There's a bit of seaweed in the water. You can always tell when you get somewhere if there's much weed about. If you're fishing a pier, there's loads here on the floor, all dried out. So I'm expecting a bit of weed in a bit. Stunning. Right, what I'm going to do now, well, I've got a minute. Let's get the drone up. Let's show you, watch it, how beautiful it is. Show you the coastline and get some music going. You know this by now.
Heading up the west coast in the morning to find a place where no one knows our faces or our names. If we don't leave now, we might never make it out alive. Plans are changing.
Right, I've got a bite on the right hand rod. It's not screened off. Go on. Looks like a strap eel to me. That's on the prawn. Got a little bit of seaweed. That's a fish. See if it's a strap or a dogfish. First cast though. We're keeping this theme going, you know. Catching fish. Don't worry, I'm not going mad, I'm talking to the camera. People are looking at me today. Yeah, I'm just talking to a wall. How you doing? We're on the same level of intelligence, see, me and this wall? We get on great. No, I've just cast out.
I fished here years and years ago, and it weren't very prolific then.
No, it can be all right now. It's a bit of weed. Yeah, I have, yeah, I think it's a dogfish or something. There's a bit of weed out there, but that's a fish. Bit of weed out there as well. There you go, got it free. Might have a fish on. I was just in the reef, so if a fish was trying to run, it couldn't. It wasn't a big fish, or it would have broke me out. Got a bit of weed, as I said, I could see it all over the floor when I got here, so I knew there was going to be some weed at certain points, but hopefully it's not all the way through. If I get into a big fish, I'll get up on the wall and land it in that top corner. Anything else, like a little dog or whatever, I can just put up over. Weed all up the line. And get it off. Might be a fish, might just be weed. Well, it's definitely a bite. I got my leader. Good thing about using strong kits. Weed on. And there we go. I know, that's shit, innit? Warm. Just changing the baits on this one. More weed. Hopefully it's just come through on that first push of the tide. It'll be fine. Oh, here we go. Nice bit of weed there. Oh yes. It's a little bit busy, as expected. Got a bit more water now. Been fishing for about an hour. Just had weed, not had any fish. Just baited up my first crab bait. Look at that. A nice frozen peeler I bought from Steve. Due to the weather being like it is, there's not really any fresh crab about at the moment, so frozen's fine, and squid and prawns. Just don't get hooked up on the fact that you need fresh peelers for hounds. You definitely don't. Squid is fine. Yeah, naturally it helps. But squid, prawns, frozen, it's fine. Right, I'm gonna get this in the water. Let's get fishing. More weed. I'm not sure what's happened, my squid one's gone slack. Might just be the tide slowing down. I'll keep an eye on it. Ugh. Doing a bit of gardening today. Weed everywhere. Peel the crab one. Days like today, you definitely need a cool box to keep your bait cold, or frozen if it's frozen, and fresh if it's fresh. If you put it out in the sun here, it'll be ruined. This sun will kill your bait. It's boiling. One of the guys down there has had 3 hounds on the end. Little ones, but smashing them out. Believe it or not, this is, you know, it's my own opinion, the better end of the pier. The good thing about down there is, if you're down there, you can just walk a fish around the end, like they're doing. But this guy next to me is going to help me. We can get over, go left and land the fish. That fish is going mad down there. That's a nice hound. Like I said, that's why it's good down that end. But fishing wise, I'd rather be here. For me, this end of fish, high, down, a couple of hours. But look, I've brought in about £6 of weed. I'm clearing out the ocean for you guys to come out fishing. I'll keep fishing, and I'm sure soon one of those rods is going to rip off and we'll be straight into the smooth hounds. And if that happens, don't worry, you know the score by now. I'll bring you straight back and get you in on the action. It's absolutely stunning. I'm mixing with everyone, everyone's chatting, everyone's nice and friendly, and long may that continue. As you can see, it's busy now. Quite a few hounds coming in down that end, which is pretty standard. I'd expect to see more up here over the top of the tide in the first hour or so back. But look, I'm going to keep Ezra on. Oh, my right hand rod. Oh, I thought it was going to go then. Some crab. There we go. Go on. Come on. You see that? Is it going to scream off? Some crab, that is. I know, actually it's squid that side. I thought it was going to hammer off then. Yeah. thought it was going to rip off, but it's not.
Did he proper caught on?
Yeah, he will be. I think it's one of those smooth hounds, like the sharks. Like, did you see them have them? There's quite a few about. They normally run off, but this one hasn't. So. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's one. Oh, God, I didn't expect it to do that. Yeah, he's on there.
Is it really heavy?
It's all right now, swimming with me. He didn't like it at the start. Thanks, mate. Doesn't feel a very big one. No. Might even be a ray or something. It's not ripping off. I don't know, mate, it might be a bass or a ray or something different.
Nice for a bass anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah. Nice bit of
bass on the smoothie.
Yeah. Nice. When I hit it, it kind of pulled right down. It might just be a dog or something. I'll probably take off in a minute. Yeah, I reckon it's not, if it's a hound, it's not a big one. What have we got? It's going mad now. It's a hound, isn't it?
Yeah, small one.
And there we go. A beautiful Bristol Channel smooth hound, just like that. Luckily, we got a drop net. We just walked out there and netted it. There's no point recording that, but there you go. I'm knackered now, but there you go. Thanks, Mr. Smooth Hound, on the fish. It's just come up to high water now, and as expected, the tide's dropped out and the fishing slowed right down. As you've seen, someone's just jumped in. As you've seen, I've had the one hound and I had a doggy earlier. But yeah, it's beautiful, it's so hot. It's pretty good. So what you do here is you need a drop net, or you can walk it around the end. Luckily, we've got drop nets here, so we can just land the fish. If you're on your own, I'd probably just walk it around the end and get someone to help you, if you can. But yeah, I'm gonna keep fishing. If I get any more bites, I'll bring you back. What I'm expecting is the turn of the tide. When the tide starts ebbing out, pulling the other way, hopefully we can get into a few more fish. It's a smooth hound. I've got one on here as well. Smooth hound, like a shark. So, right, anyway. Yeah, I think so. So I've got a camera rolling. I'm not talking to myself. So I've just been chilled out. It's top of the tide. I've looked round and this rod just slackened right out and then pulled right over and line ripping off. We're just getting a drop net now, but I'm going to hit this fish. I think it's a hound. It should be. And there you go. We're into the fish. Yeah, got one. Yeah, he's going to grab that net kindly for me, the drop net for us. This fish doesn't actually feel like a hound. Could be a bass. We're just going to get the drop net in a minute. We've all been sharing one. I don't know what I've got actually. Hang on, let me see what it is. So there you go, everyone. A beautiful hound. I've got Zane next to me. He's going to help me land it. We've got the drop net. So I'm going to bring it your way, mate, all right?
Yeah, mate.
It's a nice fish. I'll move you over. Oh, he's tangled up a bit, so he's coming in all right. There he is. Oh, got him in the wing, haven't I? Just going to move forward, everyone. I reckon I've got him in the wing. He's in the mouth, and then... There you go, lift. Right. Yeah, he's right, mate. Here you go. If you drop the net, can it go any lower? Hang on. Just let it go low, slack. If you let it go slack, mate, and then I can walk it. There you go. Good lad. Well done. And that's how to net. And there you go, everyone. That's a lot better. That's a beautiful smooth hound here, and watch it on the wall. As you can see, we used a drop net. We've got 2 or 3 with us, between us. I've got mine in the van. I didn't need to get mine out, but that's a beautiful hound. Don't try and pull him up the wall. Firstly, probably smash your hook length up, and hurt the fish. But look, there you go. Anyway, I'll get this fish back, but that's a nice hound on the mighty Bristol Channel. Right, everyone. Oh, that's another nice fish for the channel, for you guys and for me. I've got sun cream everywhere, but it's still warm. But yeah, I'll keep fishing. We're about an hour after high now, so I'm expecting it to be sort of a little bit more better. Is that a word? Betterer, as they say around here. But look, I thought it'd be a little bit more, I don't know, frantic, but we've had 2 lovely hounds and I've had 1 dogfish. But yeah, we're doing all right. Right, targeting species and catching them, and that's all we can do. As I say to you all the time, we make a plan, we stick to it, we come out, we put the plan into place, and it's working. It's a beautiful day. Yet again, it's been beautiful spending time on this pier. I just sort of went down, bang, took some line, come back. I was halfway through winding this one in to recast it. I was going to make it my last cast, to be honest. There's got to be something there. Might have dropped it. Just started to go. Just proper hammered down, started taking out line. But that's all right. I thought I caught the... Things like this always happen when you're like changing baits or messing around. He's still there, I think. Yeah, he's there. He's there, he's there. I'll just bring this one in. Oh, I got weed everywhere. I think he's still there. Oh, look at the weed. Put this down. So Steve's just come along from the shop. He's going to drop some bait off for me for the Sea Angling Classic. And I've heard you're pretty good on the net, Steve, yeah?
We'll have a go.
He's going to have a go. But yeah, this rod's just ripped off, as you've seen. Might be stuck in out there, but... Right. It's ripped off. It's stuck in out there. Yeah, took me in. We'll work on it.
Give it a bit of slack.
Yeah, well, mate. It's the trouble with when you belt it, isn't it?
Hey?
When you hit it here,
If it pulled down like that, I would have said it was a hound.
it just becomes, yeah.
Normally they pull it back up.
I know, yeah. Anyway, as I've done before on the channel, we're going to give it a little bit of line. This took me in a snag. Like when I had the stingrays last week, put your line down, or put your rod down, sorry, let a bit of line out and hopefully the fish will swim out. Let's see anyway. Well, that's the end of another session, everyone. I've just come off a wall. I've had plenty of water and sun cream everywhere, but that's been hot today, or this afternoon. Some great sport. Had those 2 beautiful hounds, had a dogfish, and then lost a ray at the end. But yeah, it's been good. Another session, another week on the Bristol Channel, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to get myself off now to the Sea Angling Classic, where I'm going to be fishing flat out for 5 days, believe it or not. As I said to you before, I'm going to try and film it. I won't be able to film the competition days because I'll just be balls out, and I've got BT Sports with us, or we will have most of the time anyway. So I've just got to concentrate, make sure I'm looking after the fish and doing everything right. You know how it is these days. But what I'll do is try and film a little bit of the practice days, and sometimes maybe when the comp's on, if we're moving to different areas, I may bring you back, have a little chat with Stu. We know Stu, don't we? Scotty, or even Dave, our skipper, and just let you know how it's going. I'll take you to the opening ceremony, and I'll take you to, hopefully, when I'm stood on stage with my mates and we've won the thing. Now, I don't really care if we win or not. It'd be quite nice, but we're going to go down, fish hard and give it our best, just like I do and you do, hopefully, after watching my channel. My name's Wayne. This has been Watch It. It's absolutely beautiful. The sun's been shining and we've been catching fish. Thanks everyone. You know I appreciate it, and I'll see you somewhere else next week.